За сайн байцгаана уу? Брокер Temuulen байна. За брокер Temuulen подкастын 2 дугаар сизон эхэлж байна. 2 дугаар сизны хамгийн анхны дугаараар за REMAX Philippine одоо улсын REMAX-ийн бүсийн эзэмшигч одоо Santos гэдэг манай одоо ийм мундаг одоо хүн одоо оролцож байна. За тэгээд өнөөдөр бид нар хаана байгаа гэхээр Филиппин улсын Boracay хотод байгаа. Boracay одоо бич дээр ингээд подкаст хийж гин. Тэгээд за одоо ингээд хэдүүлээ подкаст эхлэе. За миний хувьд ер нь подкаст хийгээгүй за баг бүтэн жил болсон байгаа. За тэгээд эдитэйгээ ер нь бол ингээд ярилцгийг шийдлээ. Hi Eddie.
Hi Tim. Hi. Welcome to my beautiful country here in Boracay, Philippines.
Thank you, brother. Okay, we just start our podcast, and first question is, could you introduce yourself to our agents, to our Mongolian agents?
Yes, okay. Hi to all my friends in Mongolia. My name is Eddie Santos. I'm the region co-owner of REMAX Philippines, and I also own REMAX Regent. I've started my real estate brokerage career in the year 2000. So this year I'm celebrating 26 years as an agent. And in those 26 years, I brought in REMAX in 2012. So in 2012, next year we'll be celebrating our 15th year of existence under the REMAX brand.
What about your life, your hobby, family?
Yes, so I have my wife, Katz, who's an interior designer, and I have two daughters, Sophie and Maxine. Sophie's actually in college right now in UBC in Vancouver, and my daughter studies in Manila. And today we're in Boracay. It's about a 3-hour flight out of Manila. I enjoy the sun, the beach, and also when I was younger, a little bit of partying and enjoying a lot of drinking. So I'm in good company with them and the entire REMAX Hub family. We're like, celebrating every single night here in Philippines.
Yeah, cool. And what is your first major or professional?
Yes, I studied in Ateneo de Manila University here in the Philippines, and I took up business management with a minor in marketing.
Yeah, cool. Business management, yeah?
Business management, yes.
Cool. And my second question is, we would love to hear your story. How did you get into real estate?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very interesting for us.
Oh, yeah, very interesting. In 1997, I was working as a stockbroker.
A stockbroker.
I was a stockbroker for the Philippine Stock Exchange, and I was handling high net worth individuals, so millionaires and billionaires. And unfortunately, the market crashed because of the Asian financial crisis. Yeah. So my client says, Eddie, you're good in sales, so why don't you just sell our properties? Since you don't have a job now, the company's closing. Why don't you sell our properties? So I said, yeah, sure. How difficult can selling a property be? So what happened was, it took me 2 years. 2 years to close my very first transaction.
For 2 years?
2 years. I had no mentors, no one teaching me. I had to learn everything by myself.
Wow.
And all the other agents, the elderly ones, they're very selfish. They would want to train me because they don't have time.
Wow.
That's why here in REMAX, you're very lucky because you have mentors such as Tem, you have the head office of REMAX Mongolia, all helping the agents succeed. And I understand in your office, people close as much as 20, 30, or even 40 transactions in a year.
Yeah.
So that's where the training, the technology, and all the tools comes in handy. When I started, we didn't have all these. And the younger generation of agents right now are very lucky because they have teachers, they have mentors, and they also have the internet. I didn't have internet during my time.
And I really confusing, first 2 years you don't have any transaction. Zero. Only one, yeah?
Zero. On my 24th, on my second year, 24 months, I closed my first transaction.
What is this?
It was a sale of a property, just a 2-bedroom. Still a very difficult sale. So after 2 months, I closed my second property.
Yeah.
Still very difficult.
Yeah.
On the 3rd month, I closed another property, a little bit difficult. And then, as you learn, the learning curve becomes easier and easier as the deal comes by. So much so that now, that after 26 years, I think I lost count. I must have sold 1,000 properties already in the last 26 years.
Yeah, cool. And what about your first 10 years in real estate?
Okay, so it was still the Asian financial crisis, very difficult.
Yeah.
So first 10 years, very difficult. And then when I brought in the REMAX brand in 2012, suddenly clients were coming to me one by one. They were coming to me selling my properties. They knew the brand. They were excited to have the foreign brand of REMAX in the Philippines. So in 2016, I made good sale and I made it a top 10 international list of top producing agents for REMAX Global. In terms of commission, it's hard to say, but it's about $3 million US.
Oh, cool.
3 to 4 million US dollars. Yeah.
And what is your average like in REMAX in like 14 years? This is top 10. Like how many top? 1, 3.
In the top 10, I've made it to the top 10 top agents of REMAX for 10 straight years.
10 straight years.
Yes. In some years I was number 8. In some years I was number 3. Some years I was number 2. And then on 3 times, I think it's 2018, 2023, and 2024, I made it number 1 in the world.
Oh, in the whole REMAX.
In the whole REMAX.
And we have in REMAX franchise, we have like, now we have 180,000 agents, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay,
not only, it's 180,000 agents spread across 9,500 offices in 125 countries. So wherever you are in the world, there's a REMAX agent. So our friends here from REMAX Hub and Tem, they visit us in the Philippines. Last year, I visited REMAX Mongolia for the Asia Pacific Congress, and I made many good friends.
Yeah.
So anywhere I go, I have a REMAX friend around there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Next question is, what is your highest value property to sell?
Highest value was a $72 million sale of a house. Believe it or not, it was in the Philippines. Yeah, I can't tell you who the buyer was or the seller was, but it was a deal that took about 8 months to accomplish. And then because of my many years as an agent in REMAX, my clients trusted me. I handled high net worth individuals, both buyer and seller. I represented in that deal.
Yeah.
Both buyer and seller.
Yeah, cool. That is a single deal.
Double deal.
Yeah, cool. Couple deal. And what is your advice to our agents? Like top 3 advice.
Okay, there would be 3 advice. I would say be honest, and then be very hardworking. Because when you join REMAX, people think that money will come raining down from the sky. It's not the case. It's hard work. It's a lot of like me, I work 10 hours a day. I'm at the office at 6 a.m. and then I work throughout the afternoon. And then of course, the most important is grit and determination in closing a deal. You have to have a never say die attitude, because nothing is impossible if you put your heart and soul into a transaction. The stars will align, and that deal will become a reality.
Yeah, cool. I think this is so interesting for our agents. What kind of clients do you typically work with? Could you share about your high profile agents? Yeah. How do you find the
the last 26 years being a real estate agent, the best advertisement I could ever get is from a satisfied client.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't need to advertise anymore. I am referred by a friend, by a previous client, and it feels good, because that's the best advertisement you could get. It's someone who recommended you. The types of clients I've handled, a lot of them are very successful and high net worth individual. Most of them are $1 million. They have a net worth of over $10 million. And then trust is very important. When you buy a real estate, whether it's in the Philippines or in Mongolia, the single most expensive investment a family will ever make in their lifetime is to buy real estate. More than a watch, more than a car, more than a yacht. It's real estate that they will buy, and it will really be very important. So it's very important that a real estate agent is actually dedicated, honest, and hardworking. Because if the client sees that, he will refer it to other clients, and that other client will refer to another other client. That's what happened to me in 26 years. Believe it or not, I have actually one client whose property I have sold 3 times over 5 years. And then I have one client. We started with one, then another one, then another one. Now they bought 100 properties from me. Over 25 years worth.
From you?
Yeah, over 25 years worth of me knowing that client.
yeah.
So imagine, just with one client, I had 100 transactions.
Yeah.
All sorts. I grew with them, they grew with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's something very, very good, and I'm very proud of.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, the real estate business is relationship business, yeah?
It's very relationship driven.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you just talk to a simple person and you don't know, he's a president of a company or he owns a lot of property. So it's very important to build that rapport and get to know and understand, the life of that person.
Yeah, but he looks so simple, yeah?
Sometimes, they look very simple,
Yeah, cool. How are international transactions handled? Is it difficult to process cross-border payments?
Okay, the Philippines is compliant with international banking laws, the same way Mongolia is, Hong Kong, or the US. When you wire transfer payments from Mongolia to the Philippines, or from Philippines to the US, or Philippines to Japan, as long as you have the proper papers in order, it will go through. What won't go through if you can't produce papers or you can't tell them where this money came from or where is it going to. But if you have a client who has a bank account and then they buy property in the Philippines, we will execute a deed of sale or contract to sell. We will give it to you and you will show it to the bank. In the years that I've been with REMAX, it's not really very difficult because REMAX is a very big foreign brand, and most of the banks have this KYC policy, know your clients. Once the branch manager knows you, and then you want to purchase a property in the Philippines, it's an easy process.
Yeah, cool. What is your first ever global transaction?
Oh, my first ever global transaction was in Spain.
Spain,
Yeah, so I think that was in about 2015. I didn't know anything about Spain, so I called a REMAX friend in Spain, and then they showed property. And then after 6 months, the property was closed. It was a done deal. So I was given the referral fee of the 20% by REMAX Spain, and we've had since many foreign transactions since.
You have buyer,
Yeah, we have buyer, we have seller. And for the high net worth individual, it's always good to diversify your purchase. It can't be always all in the Philippines, or when you buy a property, it can't always be in Mongolia. Sometimes it's good to buy a property in the US or in Europe, because instead of leaving it in dollars or euros, you have property and it appreciates through the years.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay, and what are the key characteristics of the Philippine real estate market? Why should foreign investors consider investing in the Philippines?
Okay, that's an easy question. The Filipinos are very friendly. We'll have a lot of beautiful natural resources. Here you could see Boracay, one of the world's best beaches. And that's critically acclaimed by CNN, by Condé Nast, by Fortune, by New York Times as among the best beaches in the world. If you scoop sand here, it's like sugar. So the friendly people, the beautiful surroundings. And then the third is, of course, capital appreciation. When you buy a property today, it will truly appreciate for the next 5 to 10 years. And we're blessed with 110 million people. Unlike Mongolia is 3.5 million. So 110 million. If you buy a property today and in many years from now you want to sell, we have many buyers.
We
have many buyers.
And I'm really interested in the Philippines because the Philippines payment terms it's so interesting.
Yes. So I hosted my friends here in from Mongolia, from REMAX Hub, and we introduced them to different developers. They were very surprised because 10% down payment for a property, either 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, or 3 bedroom, you pay 10% down payment. 10% over 4 years, another 10%. And then the 80%, we call it lump sum or balloon payment, comes on year 4 or year 5.
Yeah.
So it's like a piggy bank, amortizing it over 12, 24, 36 months. And then when the time comes, you could take out a loan for 10 years, 15 years, or 30 years. So it's a very, very friendly scheme. You might wonder why we do that and other countries don't do it. It's very competitive here in the Philippines.
In Philippines.
Yeah, so developers always are very, well, we call it friendly.
Yeah.
Very friendly terms.
Is there any foreign developers in Philippines, Japan or Spain?
We have Mitsubishi Construction of Japan. We have Hong Kong Land. We have also from China. We have from the US. We have a lot of foreign brands that have come to purchase properties. Shangri-La from Malaysia. They have a very nice hotel down the beach. So they also have a Shangri-La in Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah.
They have in the Philippines, they have in Malaysia, Hong Kong, Korea. So, we have a lot of foreign investors.
Yeah. Okay. The last question is, what are your thoughts on REMAX Hub from Mongolia? They signing your franchise here.
Okay, yeah. One of the biggest surprise we have given to the REMAX Hub agents, and even to me, I got surprised that our good friend Tem purchased a REMAX franchise here in the Philippines. I think it shows a stamp of approval for the Philippines, and that I think you like what you saw here in the Philippines. You like the friendly people, you like the beautiful projects, the nice sceneries, and the hardworking Filipino REMAX agents. So it's a combination of all these. That's why, I'm sure in Mongolia they'll be surprised. Why did you buy a franchise? My answer is, why not? Why not? You're right. Philippines is one of the fastest growing economies in Asia Pacific. It's the third largest speaking country in the world in terms of population, after USA, Great Britain, Philippines, and then Canada. I mean, we have 110 million Filipinos. 80% to 90% speak English very well. So, when foreigners come here, they like the culture, and it's easy to go around because English is widely spoken. So I'm almost certain you'll do a lot of transactions here in the Philippines because you have a lot of hardworking people from REMAX Hub and a lot of hardworking REMAX agents here in the Philippines that's willing to help you every step of the way.
Yeah, thank you very much, JT. And okay, that's the end of our podcast.
No, with that, I'd like to propose a toast.
Okay.
To our good relations in the Philippines and Mongolia. Cheers and kampai.
Aye. Cheers, kampai. Yeah. And thank you, Eddie, for talk. Yeah, thank you for sharing your story. За ингээд REMAX Hub Office Филиппин улсын Борокын хотод бид нар ирсэн. За ер нь бол одоо бид амралтын байдалтайгаа Манила хотоос ер нь бол өчигдөрхөн нисч ирсэн. За ингээд ер нь бол REMAX-ийн одоо баг домог гэж яригддаг ийм хүнтэй бид нараас ингээд ихний подкастаа хийлээ. Дараагийн подкастаар уулзлаа. Баярлалаа. Thank you.
Thank you very much.